besties, happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about a variety of things. We're going to talk about some crazy player takes, and when I say crazy, I mean crazy. We're going to talk about the Caleb revenues, how his car did, and just like general revenues. Money. I want to clear out some information that has been spreading around, just like as a general thing. And before we get into everything, I would like to talk about something. I have had a comment that has basically said that I am making hate videos, which first of all, that comment was completely fabricated. It was so badly fabricated that the person had to edit it multiple times. Now, I have no problem with people criticizing me, having actual, constructive criticism. But to claim I make hate videos is something I'm not okay with it, because hate is a strong word. What I do is I complain. I am making complaint videos. I criticize Infold. I by no means try to send hate. And when I do my criticizing and when I do my complaints about Infold's executives, the people who made the decision, not the artists, not the story writers, not the devs, nobody in the actual team, I'm criticizing the higher ups who have made a very silly decision and really have enfolded to the haters. So, that's, I feel like saying that my videos are hate videos are absolutely fabricated. And I just want to clear that out. And I don't condone sending hate. I've said in the majority of my videos, don't attack, don't send hate, regardless whether it's for anybody involved, whether it's like the entities or company. I said multiple times, fight with love, fight with kindness. I've played the game for about 2 years. I've never had such a high streak of daily logins, and I played about 7 gachas at some point, and now I'm around 6 or 5, depending. Lads is the only one that I've had over 500 days of consecutive dailies. I haven't missed a single daily. I'm just an upset player, and I'm allowed to criticize. And another criticism was, oh, you're just trying to get money, or you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. When I started this, I was not even monetized. Hell, I'm technically not even getting money still, because for some reason you need to wait for YouTube to send you a physical mail to connect your thing. So maybe I'm not even ever gonna get that mail. I don't even know. So I'm technically still not making any money. I have the ads, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get that money, literally. And I'm making it because I, as a frustrated player, also, I don't have anybody to talk to about lads. I have my friends, but nobody cares. They don't care about lads. That's not one of their interests. So I genuinely have so much fun just discussing and talking about lads with you guys, and the fact that you guys are watching and, interacting, and I have somebody to share the passion with is so much fun. And the reason I've never made lads videos before is because as a whole general thing, I'm a streamer, and my majority of the fat majority of my viewers on Twitch are men who, again, don't have interest in lads. And in my head, I thought that they Twitch and YouTube viewers would kind of intertwine, or that my viewers on Twitch wouldn't want to watch my YouTube videos. But then obviously the algorithm did its magic, and there's a lot of actual players who came in who are playing, which I've been very thankful for. And obviously I'm gonna try to make not really, I wouldn't say necessarily clickbaity, but fairly juicy titles. I work hard on my thumbnails, and because obviously I want people to watch my video, I spend hours to make them. So as anybody who would make anything, whether it's an art piece or I don't know, a song, you would want people to view it, you would want people to listen to it. And this is the same for me. I spend hours on my videos, and I want as many people to see them as possible. So that's something that I just wanted to get out of the way. So let's get into the actual stuff. So I first want to start by saying there has been, you probably have seen it, it's been circling around that lads had Velcro ads resurface, some on Instagram, on Facebook. Now, I know a lot of people use that for some sort of like hopium, and at the end of the day, I just want to say that obviously we don't have any clear black and white verification, whether it's yes or no. But the most likely, the most likely thing is that this is just an auto thing that Meta does, and it started like a second campaign for them, and they probably didn't even know it was happening. It was probably just like the Meta AI doing its thing. So while obviously they most likely, again, this is just me playing critical thinking, but I would not take the Velcro ads as something to put your hopes on. Now, I'm not saying having hope is bad, but I think it's healthier and more important to put your hopes into things that are, that actually are verified. And obviously it's like, spark of excitement. It's like, oh my God, Velcro ads, they put the post back, let's put the ads back. But it's most likely just the Meta ads doing their shenanigans. So, that's just something for you to keep in mind. So you don't, I think it's important to be hopeful, but, don't build it to a point where it's you'll get giga disappointed. Keep it reasonable. Now, another thing that I have even fact checked, I don't have the person I've seen it from. Either, we don't know who, but either Infold or some of the fans allegedly starting to bot. And I also have some posts to show you comments. But you know how they make posts about the cards, the actual events that they do, the related to the lads themselves. And those are the ones who get the most likes, the most engagement, obviously. And then they have posts either for maintenance or some small little updates that are just kind of general information. And that was so, that thing that I saw was so ridiculous that I even had to I had to fact check it myself if that was real, because that number was so inflated. But they basically, it seems like they allegedly botted the likes. At the time that I checked that, it was at a 680k likes for an update that had something to do with the plushies from the Claw events, or the something with summer event, while they had a post with the lads, the five lads that had 134k. So you're telling me that out of nowhere, so for some reason, this random update post that has not a single guy on it, randomly just has over 680k likes. I don't know. Again, it might just be a fan botting. We don't know. Again, allegedly botting. But just regardless, somebody is probably doing something. And this is some of the comments they had, I believe, under Caleb's post, which look very, look at that. Also, the usernames look a little bit weird. The comments is very same, copy my homework, but don't make it too obvious. So definitely things look a bit unorganic. So one of the other things that I wanted to tell you guys, in case you haven't seen, again, this has been going on. If you know how we talked about how Velcro had his articles, there's apparently a big admin group for Velcro. The whole power dynamic that they have over there is very weird. They have a lot of groups and they have a lot of leaders, and I find it very weird, genuinely. They have so many it's almost like a little hierarchy. It's really weird. It's really weird. But yeah, apparently they came clean about paying for the articles, even though people were, saying that there was no way to like, I don't know if it's like the one necessarily that was in like that one website that they said you couldn't pay and they had to verify, but there has been like multiple articles, so I don't know exactly if it's every single one, but yeah, there's been a lot of articles that have been paid by that organized group, which made a lot of people lose hope, and yes, it does make it worse in a sense, since it's not Infold that has been clearing the name. And like I don't know, man. I think it's a bit, I can understand why they wanted to do it. I understand why they went for it in a way, but it's a bit it's a big letdown. I feel like this has created such big hopes for people, and for a good reason. Like that was big. That was one of the biggest like hopium points for us. And this is Chinese yuan. It's very disappointing. It is very disappointing. And I've seen comments from some of the players that did this, that they're like broke college students, and I think it's also like, this is also an unhealthy part of the obsession to this game. If you're in college and you're struggling and you need to go into your savings, things like that, you need to sit down and consider and reevaluate how much of a hold this game has over your life. And I say this as somebody who absolutely loves this game, but it's important to know reality from fantasy from the game. Like, you cannot just start ruining your life and putting yourself into some debt or like bad financial situations over a game, whether it's something like this or obviously like spending on a game, just in general, any game, again, not just Love and Deep Space, any game. It's very important to give yourself reality checks and know when you go a step too far, because this is, again, you can have love for something, but once it turns into an unhealthy obsession, it's not good. Even if it's like something that's supposedly positive, but that's still, it goes into unhealthy categories, unhealthy obsession categories. I saw this post and I am just absolutely baffled. Like, I'm sorry, but this is so stupid that it's funny. Okay, I'm like, oh my god. The Countdown Girls started because of something that they did, which was literally send cow dung to the Infold, to Paper Games building. To call it a racial slur is so far-fetched. It's so, you are pulling it. I don't know what type of thinking process you have to think of something like this. What are you saying? How the hell? I'm sorry, but this is so ridiculous. I'm sorry, but this is beyond stupid. This is beyond stupid. You can not be for real. You absolutely cannot be for real. I'm sorry, but like, no, this is so ridiculous. Like, the same with the Velcro fans created this racial slur, which is literally just cow dung girls. There is nothing with a race. It's just literally based on an action and legal action that they did. Like, this is so dumb. Oh my god. And now we're gonna go into the revenue side of the Caleb banner. Samurai Surge has the lowest debut day for all Caleb solos. I added a 0 on the second day just to put the first day on the line graph. And that is an minus 80.8% drop on the first day revenue compared to Indulgent Scheme, the lowest debut day. Note that this year's birthday is lower than last year's by minus 51%, so this is a huge drop from that projection so far. Following the chart, usually the first day is peak day, with some surges, no pun intended, here and there. So let's see the daily showing. As a Caleb main, I'm so proud of everyone. Please ignore the average daily and total growth for now, since we only have one day. So as we can see, this is, I mean, like usually again, the first day is incredibly high. I mean, again, this was a bit of a drop that happens. But like, you know, look at these numbers. These are very, very big numbers. And to have a solo so low, this is insane. Genuinely props to you, Caleb girlies. You are amazing for continuing the boycott. You're absolutely wonderful. Wow. This is insane. Like this is the graph for, and you know, obviously we had like the 30Ks and then it made the, you know, we had a small peak, but I feel like this is not even that big of a jump because obviously again there is a lot of people who are not boycotting. So this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful to see. The debut is unprecedentedly low. I anticipated a 250-300K minimum first day spike, but at current estimate combined global and Chinese total of $167,000. This is basically the lowest first day total in LAN's history. I wanted to do some comparisons to highlight how insane this is. All combined estimate totals of global and China. First day total during Valko boycott. God of Annihilation RR $451,000. Wonder in Wonder RR $420,000. Summer Surge $167,000. Lowest 3 first days total of a new solo. Caleb Summer Surge. Zane's exclusive tutorial $446,000. Zane's Secret Kiss at $540,000. Lowest first 3 days total in all categories. Caleb Summer Surge. Zane's exclusive tutorial. And Xavier's Faint Sensations rerun, $464,000. Combined with Cheese Analysis, which is the quote tweet down here, we'll look through it as well. It couldn't be more clear how angry and disappointed the whole fandom is right now, especially Caleb Mans. Anyone trying to downplay the impact of our boycott is straight up in denial. It's also worth noting that the Chinese Caleb solo mains are also boycotting because of his neglected content and paper games using Caleb as a scapegoat right now. So this data is a reflection of our combined efforts. We may be protesting for different causes, but it all reflects the same in the spreadsheet. So for the Valko boycott, this is a significant win. Caleb's new solo opened with estimated of $111,000 USD. For comparison, Painful Signal, 1.4 million, No Returns Night, 1.1 million, Indulgence Scheme, 861K, your Sky Blue, 720K, and your solo card, 111K. That's an 84.5% drop from your Sky Blue and over 92% lower than Painful Signal. I feel sad. I love Caleb, and he deserves so much better than being released in the middle of an ongoing boycott. It feels incredibly unfair that Infold chose to drop his banner under these circumstances, knowing how divided the community still is. New banner ended up at 62nd place in China compared to Zane's GOA rerun, which was 31st place in China, and Wonder Wanderer in 35th place. Those Cowgoodang girls can't even spend that much even after stealing their parents' cards. Like, it really is just so sad that they used, like, Caleb as a shield. I'm not a Caleb main. I like Caleb. He really grew on me, I will say. At the first, I kind of didn't really mind him. Like, didn't really like him, but he really grew on me. Genuinely props to you for boycotting for the mains. It's amazing. I respect you all so much for that. It's just really sad. It's really sad that it got to this point. But yeah, some Valko updates. 9.7 million posts about Valko on X, 251,000 signatures on the petition, 2.8 million streams on Tameless Territory on Spotify. Valko Super Topic has gained 1K followers and has 53K followers. Valko Super Topic is on rank 7. The official of Deepspace Weibo is pretty much all about Valko. Just stuff to, you know, these are the things that, you know, should like give you hope. I know it's not official regarding Infold, but you know, it just shows you that the community is very passionate. And I will say, I know boycotting is really frustrating and is really hard, and you know, we get to the point where it's like very tiring. So I want to give you a little maybe like a little mental thing to maybe help you if you post, you know, messages and comments and stuff like that. Well, it can be tiring continuously going, Velko, Velko, because it almost feels like you're screaming into the void. I will say like this, if you are tired of it, imagine that every time you make a little post, a little hashtag, imagine yourself giving Velko a big pat on the head for every post, every comment supporting him you make. And maybe, just maybe, it will make you, you know, make it a little easier to continue. It's just a little idea for me to you. Oh, and this was literally just very, very new. It was almost less than an hour ago. So this is the daily revenue for the 7th. iPhone revenue, $66,000, $45,000 decrease. iPad revenue, $1,400 decrease. Number of downloads, 300 decrease. So already we see a very big drop on the second day, which I know can be expected, but still, like a very good drop, I would say. We're basically like, if it drops around the same again, we're gonna be where we started, which was around like the 30Ks. So I would say this is going down very well so far. So keep boycotting, we're doing good. Now for another unhinged person. Because this kind of relates for me personally to the one comment I mentioned that I got at the start. They're saying that I am being hateful and I'm doing more damage than they literally claimed I was doing more damage with my videos than what the cow dung girls were doing. They were saying that what I'm doing is more harmful than what they're doing. Just to give you a perspective of that, like how absolutely batshit ridiculous it was. And their whole claim was that we need to sit down and do nothing. And just kind of like accept it. Okay, bestie. But yeah, this is, can I be for real? Sending funeral flowers and sending cow dung to a company is a part of a peaceful I'm sorry, saying that and yeah, like what this person said in the same sentence is diabolical. I'm sorry. What is wrong with your brain that you need to say that you can say those two things together? What about this sounds peaceful? Oh my god, these people. I love how everybody who is like trying to gash like a hate on Velko fans is they go for the dog F thing. Like, oh my god. Do you not have anything better to say? It's that like, why is that always why you go to? Bro, these people are absolutely unhinged. They're absolutely batshit crazy. And on a sweet note, now we have a new cause the girlies are donating to, and this time is for pandas. We're donating for pandas. Yay! We're donating for pandas. I'm gonna leave this in the first pinned comment if you wanna donate for pandas. It's really cute. I'm really cute. Keep doing good things. Keep doing good things. And as a good sister, again, I'm showing you a hot cosplayer, Grace on Finn. And oh my god, he put in the, oh my god, like, come on, he put in the effort with that. Ooh! And he's been posting a lot about Velko as well. So I wanted to show you a handsome man doing handsome cosplay. And to end on a funny note, I fear no men, but that thing, it scares me. Velko announcement soon. Sure, Grandma, let's get you to bed. This is gonna be us in like a few years. Velko mains, Caleb Zane mains after they were used as shields, laughing. Infold toxic fans, unused profits. Still at its worst, and toxic fans not making a dent since the start of the boycott. Absolute cinema. 0 days without Infold pissing everyone off. So yeah, that was for this rounds of updates. Quite interesting. We'll see how it continue going. Yeah, been interesting to see how the Caleb banner was doing. Definitely, I think we're all curious. And I'm very, very curious to see what's gonna happen if they do end up releasing the Raphael myth, either this month or the next. If the boycott is still going strong, I would be very, very interested to see how that one goes. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all very much. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah.